5 main federal party leaders are squaring off in Montreal tonight. This is the first of 2 debates. Tonight's the French one, of course, ahead of the April 28th election.
So the 2-hour French debate will focus on 5 themes, including the cost of living, the trade war, and sovereignty. And
joining us now live now for the daily analysis of the federal election race, none other than CTV News political commentator Scott Reid. So, Scott, you get to watch the debate early, and then your Habs playing for their playoff lives a little later on. But let's talk about this debate. You teed it up a little bit yesterday, but what are we looking for tonight?
Well, you know what? I think it's going to be a night of really unique challenges for all the major players in the debate. And, you know, let's focus in on 3 in particular. Yves-François Blanchet, the Bloc Québécois leader. Like, in Quebec, he should be cruising, but he's not. The Bloc have really seen this election erode their support. So he's got to go after Carney, the front runner, and he's got to demonstrate that Carney doesn't get Quebec, doesn't speak French, is out of step with the culture and the vibe of the province, and present himself as the viable alternative. But why would anybody pick the Bloc, including Francophones? Why would they pick the Bloc when the biggest threat facing the country is annexation from the United States and Donald Trump? Pierre Poilievre, he's got to close the gap with front-runner Mark Carney. How does he do that? Does he do it by presenting the softer, more humane, more relatable self? Or does he go after Carney with an axe? We all know that his impulse is to be a Rottweiler, to be the attack dog. He's always his own attack dog on the stump. But I'm not sure that's going to work for him. And for Carney, his French is weak. He always admits it up front. That's what's gotten him through some of these big French interviews. But he's going to be exposed for 2 hours, rapid-fire French, tough questions. He's going to be under the glare. And he's got like an 18-point lead as preferred prime minister. So you know that he's going to come under cannon fire. Whatever French is for duck, he's going to need to use that phrase.
Yeah. Check the Duolingo app ASAP. Although this is such a short campaign, I'm not sure how anyone's French can improve that much in this short time span. And Scott, I think it's very interesting how they move the Habs game tonight to an earlier slot so that people can have the option to watch both. What do you make of this? Is this going to help any of the candidates?
I'm really glad you asked the question, because people tend to treat it like a joke. You know, oh my God, you know, people love their quart bottles of Molson and the Habs so much they actually move the leaders debate. But it does matter. And I think that in a campaign that's as high profile as this, that's as concentrated, people are really dialed in. All the indications are that we will see record-breaking numbers to watch this leaders debate in French and in English. And by moving the debate time, I think you're going to see some erosion of viewers, because a lot of people can't make it home by 6. I mean, if you lace your boots up to go to work, you may not be able to get home by 6 o'clock. Second of all, I don't think a lot of people warm up for a win and in playoff, essentially a playoff game for the Habs, by watching their federal party leaders debate. So I do think it's going to have an effect on viewership. And to be honest with you, that probably helps Mark Carney, because if there are fewer people watching and a little bit less at stake, that's probably good for the guy who's clinging on to the lead and hoping that nothing happens to disrupt that.
Interesting. Okay, we'll see about your analysis tomorrow morning. Go Habs. In the meantime, our political commentator, Scott Reid, joining us live. Scott, we'll chat tomorrow. See you.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks. I'm off to tape my mouth shut and learn to breathe through my nose.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
Send us a picture.
Maybe roll my arms down and walk across the street. I don't know.
Sounds good, Scott. Okay, appreciate this.
Thank you.